All right, we're live?
Yep, live.
Awesome. Okay, guys, today we're going to talk about, I totally feel like that girl. Anyways, we're going to talk about how to be the real you and how to share your story on your social media. I think it's so important to not be coachy or salesy, but to just share your life. So that's what we're going to kind of go over. Caitlin?
Yeah. Hi,
start?
everyone. Welcome to our training. Yes, we want to go over some social media tips, kind of what we have found to be helpful. And we're no experts at this, so this is just what has worked for us. There's really no right way and wrong way to everything, but we think we have some good tips and pointers that we wanted to share with everybody. So thanks for tuning in, and we can't wait to share all of our advice.
Awesome. Do you want to share about getting out of coach mode?
Sure. Yeah. So I watch a lot of trainings on YouTube from other coaches and stuff. I've took away a lot of good points. And a couple of things that I've learned that I really like is when you sign up to be a coach, don't jump into coaching sales mode. I think it's easy for a lot of us to sign up for a coach, sign up to be a coach, and get so excited to get people to join you that you just turn into salesy, sales mode, and it's not being the real you. So instead of going into sales mode, I'd like everybody to try to go into share mode. So more just starting to share your story. I know we talk about that a lot, but it's just that being consistent and sharing what Beachbody has done for you, what Shakeology has done for you, what a challenge group has done for you. It's just starting to share that sort of information and not go into sales mode where you're just posting Beachbody, join me, Beachbody challenge group, Beachbody sell. That's not being the real you. So really just stepping back. And something I would like to encourage everybody to do is go back to your social media post before you started coaching. So look back at what kind of stuff you were sharing. Who was the real you? What are your passions? Do you like to cook? Do you like to bike? You go on vacations with your family? What are the things that you like to do that you were sharing on social media before? Something that I have started doing with my social media, which has been super helpful, is relating stuff that I do to Beachbody. So, and with that being said, so like what I'll do is just add in like plugs to Beachbody of posts I would have posted before I was even coaching. So if I'm going back to school shopping with my kids, instead of just me and my kids back to school shopping, that's something I would have posted before. But I would post the picture with maybe Shakeology in my hand. So it's kind of just a backslide of sharing a Beachbody product. But I'm just sharing my life and adding some Beachbody into it. So that's one thing. I just think being real and being the real you, going back to sharing exactly what you would be sharing before. Don't be afraid that you're not sharing enough Beachbody information. You're not sharing enough coaching information. Being you and being the real you is what's going to attract people to want to join you. I feel like I have a big following and a big crowd of people who have continued to keep following me because I am being the real me. So I still am posting pictures of my kids all the time. Pictures of us going to Disneyland, going to the beach, going on family vacations. I haven't let go of being the real me, and I'm not afraid to let everybody into my life. So I think that has been really helpful for me. I'm getting people who don't even know me joining my challenge groups, who just start following my journey. and I feel like they are connecting with me because I'm being a real person, just like them. So I'm not just sales mode. I'm incorporating, Beachbody into my life, into my daily posts, but I'm not just all salesy, if that makes sense.
Makes sense.
All right.
Perfect sense. And like Caitlin was saying, like being the real you, and what I realized, I went and looked back at some of my posts when I first became a coach, like 3 years ago. And I was just like sharing Beachbody posts, like generic. I was like spamming basically. The hard thing was, and why I took a break, was I had just come out, so I wasn't able to be me. I didn't know who I was yet. I was trying to figure that out. Now, being out for 3 years, I'm able to share my story, and I'm able to be me, and I'm able to like not hide who I am, and I'm proud of who I am. So people relate, and I have to work through my fears of sharing my story because I'm so scared I'm going to be judged. I've been judged my whole life because people have a problem sometimes still. But getting past those fears, that people have those fears, whether you're straight, gay, Mexican, white, whatever you are, people have those insecurities. But get past those insecurities and share your story. Once I got past those insecurities, messaging friends who I was scared would judge me, I realized like people love seeing me happy and seeing my story, and sharing that has like brought more people back into my life. Also, what we have to talk about is like being real on social media. One thing that we try to do, Caitlin shares a lot of her like love for fashion, and in her hashtag she shares that, and she's getting a lot of following, which are people that like totally relate to her because they're into fashion and fitness, because that's her main hashtag. One thing I've been playing with is I play the guitar. Me and my daughter play the guitar together, and we sing. So we post videos of us singing. I've been adding those same hashtags to like my regular picture, whether I'm drinking a shake, working out, watching a football game, whatever I'm doing, I'll add in those same hashtags. So I add in Taylor because I play a Taylor guitar. I'll add in singer because I sing. I'll add in guitar player because obviously I play the guitar. I'm also adding in LGBT, which is really hard for me to add because I don't like broadcasting it. It's kind of obvious to me, but I don't like broadcasting it. So I'll add in LGBT, coming out, 2 mamas, because our daughter has 2 moms. And I'm getting a different following, but I'm being me. I'm not hashtagging Beachbody, P90X, whatever I'm doing. I'm hashtagging other things which relate to my life, which is helping people who are similar to me in their likes coming towards me. I can't go and hashtag IBFF pros or the bikini pros, whatever, because that's not what I do. And I know a lot of coaches get coaches through that because they're fitness people, but I can't relate to them. Like, I don't spend hours in the gym. I play the guitar. I like watching Disney Channel with my 4-year-old. These are things I do, and I try to share that. And when I message someone, like, they already know what's going on in my life because I'm so open about sharing. And that's one thing, I think that's why me and Caitlin like click so well, is because we're so able to share our lives, and we both just get that part of it. It's just amazing how much, not only do you have the consistency where your stuff shows up more, but people like to be a part of the journey, whether it's your fitness journey or your coaching journey. Me and Caitlin were saying, when we say you're starting your fitness journey, you're sharing like each step of your fitness journey, right? I started off, now I've lost 2 pounds, now I've lost 4 pounds, now I've lost 30 pounds. It needs to be the same with your coaching, okay? You start out and you're not making anything, okay? Christy's making great money. A lot of the top coaches are making great money. But that doesn't mean we don't have victories, because we do have victories. And you need to share that. Got to buy an extra, Beachbody paid for my groceries, whatever. Share those victories. Like, don't Beachbody spam, but share how Beachbody is helping you. It's like we saw in a training video a couple weeks ago where it's like your page is like a constant sneak peek into coaching because you're sharing what coaching is doing for your life. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we actually talked about having each other, because we're success partners, going on each other's pages and use it as like a business front. So if you guys have a success partner, use this tool. If you don't, then you guys need to buddy up with somebody and get one, because they are super helpful and critical to your business. But have each other look at one another's Facebook pages, Instagram pages, any other social media from a business aspect. So use it as like your business door. If somebody was to come into your business and walk through the front door, what would they see? You know, would they know that you're a Beachbody coach? Would they know that you're into health and fitness? Those are the kind of things that you need to be sharing. Would they know that you're a mom? Would they know that you still work full-time at a different job? You need to share exactly who you are. And one thing I really like to incorporate is, you know, being sly about Beachbody stuff. So not just being, you know, a billboard of Beachbody, 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 but, you know, just subtly adding in, you know, tips. Like I say that almost every single one of your posts, even if it's not just like related to something Beachbody or something fitness, something in your story has to do with it. So if you get to stay home with your kids because of Beachbody, that is something, you know, you should say in your posts. You know, being a stay-at-home mom, being able to stay at home with my kids because of the opportunity with Beachbody, you know, something to that effect. Or, you know, got to pay off my car today because of Beachbody. Whatever it is, if something is related to Beachbody, you should share that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I shared in my story, I guess it was last week or the week before, that, you know, my victory was that I was able to pay for the lawyer to adopt my daughter, and that was all Beachbody money. That was just extra money, and that's like worth more than any money in the world that I could pay for it. But share your victories. I mean, don't be afraid, because it's not as much as someone else is making. It's something to you. I mean, it matters to you. You're on a journey. Like, share that, and that's like the whole thing with sharing your story is people can tell when you're not authentic. When you show them your true self, flaws and all, like, and you just try and you're trying, it builds more trust. If they can relate to you, it builds more trust. They're more likely to come back to you. And, you know, the more you post and share your story, the more you're going to show up in their timeline. And whether they're saying no, they're going to remember your name. There you are. You're frozen, and it
Sorry.
freaked me out. I don't know.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Did the
Okay.
recording stop?
No, it's still going.
Oh, okay. It's on. It's live, guys.
We do some good bloopers on this reel.
I was like, oh, you're frozen. See, we're just being authentic right now.
That's right. That's who we
People
are.
love this. People love it.
Another thing, like I was gonna say, if you weren't a health and fitness like nut before you became a coach, and then all of a sudden you switch into health and fitness like freak mode, and that's all that you talk about on your social media, your friends and family are not going to relate with you anymore. So, you know, you need to share that you're starting to incorporate these new lifestyles and whatnot. But if that's not the full you, then don't share that all the time. Like, I have a coach who has always shared delicious recipes that she works out all the time. And so for her to just start doing that and then start incorporating that, you know, because of Beachbody, or, you know, that she's a coach, that works for her. But for other people who have never done that before, that typically doesn't really work. So a tip that I like to give is, like, if you create a new recipe that you wouldn't have created before, or an old recipe that you loved before, but you decided to make it into a new healthier way, that's something you could share. But if you have never shared, you know, 100 recipes a day or whatever about health food and about how healthy and fit you are, you know, don't all of a sudden just start sharing those, but start sharing that, you know, this is your new journey. This is your new lifestyle. this is what you're starting to do. Like, start incorporating those into your posts, but don't just make your whole feed about how healthy and fit you are all of a sudden. So that's something I wanted to throw in there.
I agree. But I think, it's a learning process, and don't be hard on yourself. Like, Caitlin is playing with her hashtags. I'm playing with my hashtags. We're trying to figure out what works. Me posting singer wasn't necessarily as good as posting Taylor guitar. Like, there's just different things to where I was trying to target a bunch of fitness people because I am a personal trainer. I have a degree in exercise science, but like, that's not really my passion. I mean, that's just the degree I got because I was an athlete, but it's not who I am. I would rather sing and play guitar and be an absolute like goofball. That's who I want to be. So playing with those passions in my life, I post about my cooking because I like cooking. I mean, I love to eat, but that's not all that I do, But I was getting like singers from Nashville liking my posts, and that was a big win because I love doing my music. So play with your hashtags, and don't be afraid if something's not working, try something different. I heard that Megan Ewelton was talking about how her niche is stay-at-home moms, and so instead of posting like stay-at-home moms, she'd post things that moms relate to, like Huggies or Pampers or all those other mom things that I don't know because I came in at 2 years old, so I don't know. But she was posting like things like that. So for me, Taylor guitars, Taylor Swift, or whatever songs we're singing that day. Like, those are the kind of hashtags that I'm gonna use and try. But don't be afraid to like change it up. If it's not working, try something different.
Yeah, I can definitely say I've played with a lot of different hashtags too. With my fashion, I hashtag and tag a lot of name brands that I wear, and that has really worked for me. I actually got contacted from a surf company to rep for them. So they sent me a box of free clothes. Yay. From Hawaii. So I've been playing with that, but that's got me a lot of followers and a lot of interest from other markets that I don't know if everybody's tapping into. And you might not be into fashion. You might not be into music, into singing, but find those things that you are passionate about. What do you like to do? Do you like to bike? Do you like to sew? Do you like to cook? Just little things. I know I've talked to some of my coaches who just say like, I'm just not exciting. Like, there's not a lot of, there's nothing like exciting about me. There's something that you like to do that nobody else, that people aren't reaching into. So find those things that you do like to do and put them out there. Try, just like Letitia said, like try different hashtags, try different things. There's no like right and wrong way of, doing this stuff. This is just some tips that have worked for us. So
yeah. And just, to remember you're learning and it takes time to figure it out. Like, I wasn't getting very many likes a couple months ago. Now I'm getting maybe 30 likes, which is awesome. Like, it's not about the likes, but I'm seeing that more people are seeing my stuff on Instagram and Facebook. I'm reaching people outside of my friends list on Facebook because I'm playing with different things. I'm posting different types of things that happen in my life and just seeing what works. And I think give yourself grace, try to be you, and don't be ashamed of your story. I mean, hello, I understand that, but don't, because you have a great story. And if I wasn't sharing my story, there's so many lives that would be missing out because I have a voice and I have a story for a reason, just like everyone else. Don't think, oh, we have a better story. No, I have a different story. You have a great story. You have your own story. And it's so important to share that story. God gave us a voice for a reason, and he gave us the hard times for a reason. Oh my God, there's a spider. Sorry. And we're live. Dang. So share your story. See, now y'all know. I have spiders in my house, and they're horrible. Damn. Okay.
Go kill it.
I don't know where it went, under the couch, and I'm not going over there right now. I'll get it later. They're big.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in.
Yeah, sorry.
Spiders.
Right? Sorry for all the fun times. Hope y'all enjoyed.
If you guys have any questions, comments, just leave them on this event, and we'll be checking in all day to try to answer your questions. And maybe we'll even post another video later on during the day for you guys if we come up with more clever ideas. All right, you guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you guys later.
Awesome.